front, and who is also a London-based author and a youth delegate, a youth leader, an entrepreneur, founder, and more. And that person is Aquayemi-Claude, who is with us here today to talk to us about some of the experiences he has had advocating or being in the front line of advocacy, and some of the challenges he and other young persons experiences in this direction, as well as some of the information and knowledge gaps that exist when it comes to this focus area, and more about that generally. So Claude, we are happy to have you here today to speak on this, and please feel free to show us the face that will be behind the mic talking to us today, as many of us will be meeting you for the first time. Over to you, Claude, and welcome again.
Thank you so much for introducing me, and thank you to everyone who's on this call. So my name is Aquayemi-Claude. I am a young activist who created a campaign and also clothing brand in regards to calling for change in reducing inequality, inclusion rights, and the importance of diversity with equal opportunities, because especially within our society, and especially when we come to climate change and any industry, we have this issue of inequality, which is really important to be addressed and looked into. As we see in the UK, we have a first ever Asian Prime Minister. However, it doesn't deny that we have inequality issues in the UK and also on the global lens, because the factor is there is many of my fellow people of different heritage who will face discrimination and who continue to face discrimination. We see with the global south the amount of inequality, especially when it comes to the disasters of the climate impacts of flooding to fires to any type of weather condition. But do they really get the support that they need? No, unfortunately, the support which they require is very much low on the ground. And it's only the youth that are able to call for that support and call for action when it comes to supporting these countries. Humanitarian, when we look at the word humanitarian, we must look at it as a collective. However, there are some world leaders and some individuals who don't look at it as a collective. And we have this impactful issue where war becomes the narrative when climate change. And that's why I believe it's so important that with this COP27, we are able to put the platform of climate change in the center of the priority for action, especially when it comes to our fellow global south, and the importance of support for them and the importance of addressing inequality within our society when we look at the global north and the global south, because nobody should face discrimination or inequality in the 21st century. You can feel free to, of course, check out Younger, the wonderful work which they do. You can also check out the wonderful work of many campaigns out there, like, Since the Rebellion, Stop Cambo, Just Stop Oil, where we have, world leaders, unfortunately, who's making deals for oil and gas fields in the modern society right now in the North Sea, which is being built, these gas and oils, which is very bad and is going to be also polluting our world, and which also combines with the factor of fracking. So we say no, and any fellow youth who has that platform, use your voice to take action. It is so important that we are able to, stick with each other and support with each other to be able to amplify change. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Claude. That was really wonderful and good to hear all of that views from you, particularly to how young people are facing discrimination and inequality and other aspects of advocacy and the challenges that comes with it that you have highlighted. And this is something we hope to take on board with us as we participate and implement this campaign. And yeah, thank you and good to have you once again. Next slide. Great. So these are the African Youth Day campaign, which we are going to make a month-long campaign in the Wikimedia African communities. Is going to be implemented by local organizers who is going to work with the Wikivibrance core team to implement this in about 11 African Wikimedia communities, which we are also going to welcome here officially as we proceed into the course of the presentation. And we are looking at, from the activities of these African Wikimedia communities, hoping that we can start activities in new Africa countries where we did not presently have a Wikimedia presence, because as part of what we are also seeking to use this campaign to achieve is to have more content about Africans and by Africans, and also empowering us to tell our stories in the digital space, especially on our Wikimedia projects. And this campaign activities is going to kickstart in different communities that are participating in the campaign in their geographies from the 1st of November to mid-December 2022. And from the activities that is going to happen in around this campaign, we are going to solely focus content to align it with the theme of the Africa Youth Day, which is breaking the barriers to meaningful youth participation and inclusion in advocacy, taking that into mind as an open call to African youth to join advocacy, and ensuring that this African content are represented on various Wikimedia projects such as Wikipedia, Wikidata, Wikimedia Commons, Wikiquotes, and as more as you want to have in your community that could mean so much to what you are doing, to the growth of your community, and of course to your young people as well, to ensure that everyone participates according to their capacity in the campaign. And through the contents that are going to be contributed on Wikimedia projects, we are also hoping that African languages such as French, English, Arabic, Portuguese, Luganda, Igbo, Yoruba, Hausa, Kiaranda, Swahili, and so many more of the different languages we have in the African space to also be represented at on the contents that we are going to contribute to during this period. And trying to align this to the theme that we had that I had earlier mentioned. I would like us to look at it from different angles that we could focus the content when we are contributing in our different communities. Of course, we have had Claude mention about some of the challenges or some of the focus that we can also put our mind to. But looking at the theme from what the African Union envisaged when they launched this theme, and also looking at how it happened last year during the African Youth Month, the one of last year focused on the 4 E's of the African Union, which has to do with education, employment, engagement, and entrepreneurship.